Hello, it's Greg Harrelson here with Century 21, the Harrelson Group, and I wanted to discuss a very important topic that we're dealing with right now in our local real estate market, and that is, should I price my property higher in the beginning? And a lot of prospective sellers are asking that question. Should I price the property high because I can always come down later? If I price it too aggressive right now, I can never go up. So that's usually the comments that I hear sellers making to begin this discussion. So I've got some notes here that I wanted to discuss with you, and these are a few things that I would be considering when it comes to pricing a property. Number one, consider this. Consider that every buyer in the market, and statistically, it's probably 95% of all the buyers that are looking for real estate are starting their search on the internet. I bet you yourself have been on to some real estate websites, whether it's one of mine like myrtlebeachrealestate.com or C21 the Harrelson Group, or whether it's a Zillow or a Trulia. If you notice, as a buyer, you can find everything out. I mean, right now, let's face it, the buyer knows what you paid for the home. They know what your neighbor paid for their home. They know what your taxes are. They know everything about your property. They know what you're listed for, and they are able to compare your listing price with other homes in community, so they can look at the features and benefits of every home. They can find an estimated property value on your home. So the reason I'm telling you this is it's hard to fool the buyer today. The buyer actually has so many resources to determine what fair market value is. So it's important when pricing your property that you go ahead and get on the internet and look at your property as if you were a buyer. Look at all the information that you can learn about your own property, and then ask yourself, based on the information that you can find on your home on the internet, what price do you think it will sell for? Because that's what the buyer is doing today. The buyer's conducting their own research, and they're coming to a conclusion as to what they think your property's value is. So act like a buyer, come to your own conclusion, and consider that might be the price that you want to start off with when it comes to marketing your property. The second thing that I wanted to discuss with you is this. It's a fact that the sellers who price their properties fair or at fair market value or very close to fair market value typically get more money for their home when it sells versus the seller who prices it a cushion. So let's just say, as an example, the property value is $250,000. If you were to price your property at $255,000 or $258,000, which is right at fair market value or close to it, you will end up selling your home faster and for more money in the end than the person who has the same property but prices at $270,000, preparing for some sort of negotiation. And let me tell you why. The person who prices their property at $270,000 is going to get fewer showings, and it's going to take longer to sell. And over time, the buyer is going to start to question, what is wrong with this property? Why is it taking so long to sell? So they'll never be able to answer that question, but what they will do is they'll make a lower offer to compensate for their fears that something could be wrong with the property. On the flip side, the longer that it takes to sell a property, or the longer a property's on the market, the more likely that the seller's going to reduce their price closer to fair market value. And as they do a price reduction, remember, the buyer sees everything on the internet now. The buyer will notice that the price is starting to come down, and then they're going to sit there and wait. If they just reduce their property price by $5,000 today, why don't we wait a little bit longer and see if they reduce again? Have you ever been at a department store in the mall and you waited for things to come on sale and you refused to buy it at the original price? You just waited. You knew they were going to have a sale. Well, that's what the buyers end up doing on properties that they start to see are being reduced. So reductions can work against you if in the event that you've overpriced your property in the beginning. So the key is to price your property at fair market value or close to fair market value if you want to get top dollar. And of course, when you hire an aggressive agent like myself who knows how to negotiate, if you'll price your property firm in the beginning, we can hold firm in the negotiations. And believe me, I'm on your side. If a buyer comes in and makes a low offer, we will reject it. If a buyer comes in and makes an offer and negotiates it all the way up and we're still $1,000 away and we feel like it's just unnecessary for you to take that price, I'll be on your side and we'll reject it. It's better to price it firm, attract a lot of offers, and wait for the right offer. I hope this information helps. I'm Greg Harrelson with Century 21, the Harrelson Group, and I'd love to be your real estate agent. In the meantime, don't forget to go to the YouTube channel and subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be presenting some additional videos on selling properties and working with buyers. It's very important educational information for consumers like yourself, and I want to make sure you get an alert the next time that I do one of these videos. So subscribe to the YouTube channel and give me a call if I can ever help you in the future. Talk to you soon.